Hello and welcome to Vanguardlive Sports. My name is Damlola Ogunshaki. And of course, looking at what we're discussing in sport today, I'll be looking at that of Messi's rumor transfer or possible transfer to Manchester City. And also, Argentina's president urged Messi to return home to his youth. To their youth club, to play, and also classical date set for October 25. Neymar says, I'm staying at PSG, and Osimhen begins a Serie A adventure September 19. Now over to what Messi is saying. Of course, for some time now, ever since Messi submitted his leave transfer to Barcelona, a lot of clubs have been associated with Messi, but of course, you can't remove that of Man City. Of course, they are ready to offer, and according to the rumor, they are all ready to offer Lionel Messi an incredible £450 million over 5 years if he leaves Barcelona. The 33-year-old who has 1 year left on his contract expressed his desire to depart the club. We after they were humiliated by Bayern Munich. Of course, we can't. A lot of their fans won't say they didn't watch that match, especially Messi's fans with Bayern Munich when they trashed them, defeated them 8-2. That was really one of the most humiliating match in the whole football season. And also, there has actually been talk that Messi had spoke to Guardiola, where he told him he believes he can win 2 Ballon d'Or titles at the Etihad. And of course, he even suggested that the club will pay him speaking to one of the journalists, Italian journalists, they suggested that club will pay Messi a 225 million bonus after 3 years in England, where he would then join for the sister club New York City. And he claimed that City are ready to pay Messi £450 million over 5 years. Wow, that's a lot. And also the bonus if you calculate it together. And I'm sure that's one of the things that you want to put in mind if you're discussing that of Argentina's president, that's Alberto Fernandez, who says he wants Man City to return home and finish his career at his former youth team club, that's Newell's Old Boys. The 33-year-old, who expressed himself that he will leave in the Liga Giants, of course, Fernandez thinks that him returning home will be the best decision for the Argentina national team captain. That was when he was talking to the Argentina, of course, TV. But seriously, I really want to put it to you. Do you actually think it would be best for him to go to Man City? When we are talking about Man City, we are talking of Premier League and also talking about Champions League. But Johanna, you're saying that he should return back home to Argentina. Seriously, I don't actually think a lot of Messi fans will go with that. And also moving on from that, still talking about Messi, there's actually been talks that Lionel Messi skipped Ronald Koeman's first training session as a Barca manager. And of course, the 33-year-old club legend continues to press on with his campaign to leave the club, despite Barca and La Liga doing all they can to stop that from happening. Of course, when you're talking of La Liga and Barca, I think Messi is one of the main reasons why people are really watching La Liga. Of course, you have other teams and all that, but Messi, you can't really leave it. And once Messi moves away from La Liga, of course, a lot of his fans will also move to Premier League if that is where he's going to. So of course, La Liga is doing everything they can to remove it. And of course, on Sunday, Messi also missed the COVID-19 test as his co-stars return to the club ahead of the La Liga return. And yesterday it was also said that the attacker missed training as he does not see himself as a Barcelona player anymore. That is really to show that he really wants to leave the club. And of course, him missing this training said that he's currently facing a suspension and a £1.1 million fine, and that's coming from Massa, who says that of course he will be reportedly offered a record £450 million, of course, pounds over 5 years by Man City. Of course, and Messi believes that he's no longer an employee of the club, but Barca chief insists that he's still the Noe Camp's side's captain. Massa claims a third absence can result in 11 days of his salary being withdrawn or a fine of 25% of his monthly salary. and it can also lead to what is termed a total suspension. And Messi earns £54 million a year at Barca, so quarterly of his monthly wage is just over £1.1 million. But let's not say that because it's quarterly, £1.1 million, that's still a lot, considering that it's earning £54 million. Oh, just looking at these amounts, trying to convert it to the Nigerian currency, but I won't do that. Let me just leave it aside. But the 6-time Ballon d'Or winner makes, of course, £148,000 a day. So an 11-day fine will equally roughly be £1.6 million. But however, the Barca Chiefs, of course, are said to be reluctant. They are very reluctant to, of course, to punish the club's greatest ever player. Definitely, if you are still trying to win him back, it will be very, very difficult for you to call him back. And of course, Stuttgart fans they've said they are really raising money to sign Messi. They want him to be signed. But there's a question I really want to throw to you. Of course, we have a variety of English clubs where Messi would fit in, but I want to ask you, which English club do you actually think Messi will perfectly fit in? We have, of course, Messi. When you're talking about Messi and Guardiola, they are very, very good match, considering Messi is promising, according to reports, that he will win the 2 Ballon d'Or in Man City. Or what do you think about Chelsea or Southampton? Which of the clubs do you think Messi will best fit in? So now, moving away from that of Messi and Barcelona, Zlatan Ibrahimovic has signed a 1-year contract extension with AC Milan. The 38-year-old Swedish forward has scored 11 goals in an all-competition after returning to Milan in January. Ibrahimovic, who first signed for the club in 2010 and of course won a Serie A title that season, resumed the pre-season training with his teammates on Monday. And of course, he previously featured for Serie A rivals Juventus and Inter, and also played for PSG and Manchester United between his Milan spells. And also, David Silva tests positive for COVID-19. They're still talking about COVID-19 still affecting the football season and of course the football clubs and all that. Of course, many people still have it in mind, considering that of course the clubs the last matches that they played for Premier League, Champions League was played behind closed doors without their fans witnessing these happy moments. And now David Silva has also tested positive for COVID. And of course, the former Manchester City midfielder who has played for Man City for 10 years before leaving to join Real Sociedad, in which he made he made 436 appearances for Man City and won 14 trophies. And now the 34-year-old, of course, it was confirmed and reviewed by his new club after they reviewed his new colours. And of course, according to them, he's not displaying any symptoms, and of course, he's now self-isolating, and that's the best. And of course, now Manchester United had agreed £40 million for Ajax midfielder. And of course, they are closing in on signing him. That's Donny Van de Beek, rather. United boss, that's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, is a huge admirer of the Netherlands international, and had watched him on a number of occasions. And it is understood that Manchester United have now firmed up their interest with medical and of course personal terms still yet to be concluded. And the transfer is expected to be finalized within days. And Van de Beek is set to sign a 5-year deal, which should allow him to be available for United opening game of the 2020-21 season against the Crystal Palace on September 19. And now moving on to that of our two Moses, that's Victor Moses and also Victor Osimhen. Now Victor Moses is set to return to Italy after Inter Milan announced that their pre-season starts on September 17. Of course, it will be the last team to regroup after their commitment in the Europa League. of course, where Inter lost their final to Sevilla in Germany. I think before that, of course, before the match, then I had a guest here where we talked about who is going to win, and of course, they were very sure that Inter Milan was going to win, but of course, Sevilla knocked them out and won the Europa League. And of course, now talking about Victor Moses, we really hope for this next season is still going to show its best. And now, Victor Osimhen, Super Eagles striker, Victor Osimhen will begin his Serie A adventure on September 19 when the 2020-2021 Serie A season kicks off. The Italian body, of course, confirmed that the calendar will be announced tomorrow, September 2nd. Of course, and the Football Council decided that the date for next season during a meeting in Rome yesterday. And the first round of fixtures will take place on September 19 and 20, and the calendar will be drawn up within 2 days, expectedly announced on Wednesday this week. And now talking of Clasico, of course, they set their date for October 25th. And it will kick off, of course, the season will kick off September 12, 2020. The first will be played at Camp Nou on October 25 in week 7, while the second will be at the Santiago Bernabeu on April 11 in the 30th week of the season. And the last Clasico was played on March 1 at the Bernabeu, with Spain starting to get hit by the coronavirus, and football soon was stopped after that. And talking about this Clasico, when you're talking about Lionel Messi, it's possible that he will not be part of this if he decides to leave Barcelona and join Man City. If they are, of course, if they are really able to mend it and of course agree for him to sign. But with the way look of things, it's possible that Messi will be joining Man City for him not really showing up for training. Of course, now let's talk about Messi. He has played 27 Clasicos with 14 wins, 6 draws, 7 defeats, and 18 goals scored. And he has only mixed 5 Clasicos, all La Liga once. So once he was on the bench, once not called up, and 3 he missed injured. Barca won 2, while Madrid 2, and the other was a draw. So that's all we have for you. But don't forget to, of course, leave your opinion in the comment section. Like I asked you, which club do you think, which team do you think will be best for Messi? Of course, which English team do you think? Is it Man City, Chelsea, or Southampton, or any other English club that you know? Put your opinion in the comment section. That's all from me on Vanguardlive Sports. You can always like and follow us on our social media platforms that are showing on your screen, or visit our website www.vanguardngr.com to get more of our sporting stories and also what is going on around the world. Bye and have a lovely day.